Hello, everybody. Welcome back to an exciting episode of Fandom Fights. We got a really, really fun one for you today. Been looking forward to this for a while, ever since it kind of showed up on the schedule. We got Robert Castner going up against Brittani Tapley. Robert, higher ranked player coming in today. The last time we saw him, he won against teammate Antonio, not here, but in other things they play together. And very, very good match against Antonio. And Antonio played very great in that too, but Robert kind of came in with a mission, ready to rock, and just totally annihilated. It was an awesome match. Brittani, former champion, lost the belt at Mayhem at the Multiplex to Abel, is now back in her first singles 3-round match in a hot second. So this is nuts. Both of these people are like insanely good at this. Both have held belts in Fandom Fights. This is cuckoo. Nick, you're looking up in the sky as if you've remembered something. Nick is here. Nick.
Hello. Yeah, this is Brittany's first 3-round match since the summer finals of last year.
That is correct.
That's wild.
No,
stuff. Yeah.
That is not correct. Contender match.
Yeah. Oh, the triple threat featuring Robert was there. So these two have played before in a triple threat format last year. But yeah, no, Brittani, obviously, last we saw her, she lost the singles belt in probably one of the biggest upsets of the year thus far. I imagine she's angry, hungry, feeling all sorts of emotions to get that back. Robert is no easy feat to go up against. She may have beaten him before in the past, but Robert, especially in his last match against Antonio, played some of the best we've ever seen him play. I genuinely don't know who's going to win this one, but I'm excited to see it.
I am not hungry, for the record. I just had some chicken, but I believe that both of these people are. So let's get into it, starting with the promos.
Kaiser, I don't know what I did to the admins where second year in a row, we're working on getting my singles season totally thrashed by Brittani because that's what I expect, a thrashing. I don't care what anybody has said. That's what I expect. That's how I'm going into it. Carefree. Thoughts?
You know how Alec Cover dies in Tomorrow Never Dies? He didn't give the people what they want. The people want to see you beat Apple. They don't need to see Apple beat Brittani again and again and again. Therefore, let's give the people what they want. Shall we?
Jill to the eye. Let's go.
Kaiser said the name that I absolutely hate to hear. One of the worst people in this community. If I could send him on a rocket ship and send him out, I would. But we're the underdogs today. We're the lower-ranked competitor. Hey, all pressure's on Robert. We're just here to, try to pull the upset. So let's play.
It was really weird timing. I heard Cody say, "Let's play," and then Ellie upstairs went, "Ah!" So it was like super timed out perfectly. So she's pumped. Nick, thoughts?
I was thinking that too.
Great. Round number 1. Let's get into it. How's it going to work?
Round number 1 is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions of the realm of Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece. And should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 1?
No, I forgot to turn into a Dutchman for this one, so I'm probably at odds.
Okay. All right. Your first question comes in the category of Disney animation. What is the name of the main villain professor in The Great Mouse Detective?
So I've had the vid this week. I don't know. I hosted a match with the vid. It was pretty rough. If that airs before or after this, but something else that I did this week, which was incredible, was I edited 24 matches. 5.
The vid is what I call the video store for short.
1 pens down. Nice. I called that never mind. Let's go to Brittani.
Radigan.
And Robert.
Radigan
is correct. So your next question is in the category of Star Wars. What had Rey done that made Kylo kidnap her instead of kill her outside of Maz's cantina in The Force Awakens?
That last name makes me think of Michael Finnegan. Got some whiskers on his chin again. Radigan, begin again.
Chin again. Cody doesn't like us today. 5,
That's okay.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Robert.
He said she had seen the map to Luke.
And Brittany.
I'd seen the map inside BB-8.
We can accept both of those answers. So 2-2. What's next?
Your next question comes in the category of fandom quotes. Your question is, which horror icons film features the quote, "Hey, you're lucky you weren't alive during the Microsoft conflict. Hell, we were beating each other with our own severed limbs."
Sounds rough.
Does sound rough, I agree.
Was the Microsoft conflict just the Red Ring of Death? Because that definitely got me. I don't know about you, Nick, but
That's fair.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Brittany
Jason X.
and Robert.
I once lost to Tyler Butler because of a quote from this movie, Jason X.
Jason X is correct. Still tied up 3-3. Your next question is in the category of DC. Who plays Papa Midnight in Constantine?
How's he doing?
Constantine?
No, Tyler Butler.
Oh, good guy. Yeah, good. He sent me a birthday gift a couple weeks ago on my birthday. That was very sweet of him. He's a very, very sweet man. Very, very sweet man.
I'd say he's
4,
well remembered.
2, yeah. 1. Pens down. I thought I almost had him back. I'll tell you in a minute. Let's go to Robert
Jimon Hansu.
and Brittany.
I didn't add a D to it at the end this time, Jaimin Hansu.
Jaimin Hansu, correct. 4-4. What is next, Nick?
Your next question comes in the category of the wizarding world. What are the rogue groups of wizards who capture people and bring them to the ministry or to Voldemort called in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1?
So yeah,
If we could get
Tyler was over at my house recently, and we were shooting a match when he was over, and then that afterwards he was like, "Can I hear some of the questions?" I was like, "Yeah," and he was like answering questions, and I was like, "You should play again." He's like, "I'll think about it." And I'm like, "Butler, wow!" 5,
That'd be dope.
3, 2, the return. 1, pens down. Let's go to Brittany
Snatchers.
and Robert.
Butler. Snatchers. Sorry, are we doing that joke?
5-5 is the score. Your next question is in the category of my favorite, Middle Earth. Your question is, who takes Gandalf from Dol Guldur while others hold off the Necromancer and the Nazgul in the Battle of the Five Armies?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Of like the people, I'd love to make a glorious return. Definitely top 5.
Yeah, Jacoby and Rue were up there, and now Butler is definitely up to the top of that list.
The macaw with Ellie in tow.
5, 4.
Macaw is definitely up.
That would be pretty dope. 1, hands down. Let's go to Robert.
Said Radagast.
And Brittany.
Radagast.
Radagast is correct. Nick, we're still tied up 6-6.
Yep. Your next question comes in the category of sci-fi icons. Which sci-fi icons film features a young girl named Star? You know what you are, Tim?
A young girl named Star.
No, I was going to say just a young girl, but I was hoping you would think that I would say Star.
Yeah.
But you beat me to it.
That's
Can't
fair.
get anything by you.
4.
Repeat, please.
All right, that's going to be the first repeat for Robert.
Question again. Which sci-fi icons film features a young girl named Star?
Maggie and I just started watching Ted Lasso.
That's the second time today that show has been brought up to me.
Interesting. It's very good. Everyone's been telling me it's amazing, but we just never did. And then last night we started watching it. It's fantastic.
Soccer and stuff, right?
4. Yeah. 3,
I'm
2,
so
1. Football. Pens down. Let's go to Brittany.
Terminator Salvation.
And Robert.
Fuck. I said Dark Fate.
Salvation. Terminator Salvation is correct. So Brittany remains perfect. 7-6. Your next question is in the category of the MCU. In Captain America: The Winter Soldier, how does Jasper Sitwell die? I was about to do the general answer, but there's not really a general answer.
Yeah, you know.
It's kind of, but I mean,
yeah. I was thinking if we combined our shirts, it kind of sounds like a baseball player. Rocky Miller.
Ooh, I thought you were going to say Miller Lite Rocky. 5.
Miller Rocky. That doesn't sound quite like a name.
1. Pens down. We'll start with Robert.
It said thrown in front of a moving car.
And Brittany.
Said thrown. I wasn't sure, so I said thrown into traffic / on the freeway.
Yeah, we can accept both those answers. We were looking for thrown into traffic, killed,
Yeah.
hit by a car, something along those lines. So
Yeah.
you guys are good. 8-7. What's next, Nick?
Your penultimate question comes in the category of Law and Order. How many people have directed every film in a Law and Order series? Not a television series. Movies.
Ooh, yeah, that would be confusing. I would have been confused. So
There's no way Dick Wolf did every episode of Law and Order Miami or whatever.
Bum, bum. Is there a Law and Order Miami?
I don't know. His name was at the end of all of them.
Yes, Miami.
That's what I'm thinking of.
That's Blue Bloods. 5. 4. My grandma watches that. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're gonna start with Brittany.
2.
And Robert.
Oh, I said 1.
2 is correct. Brett Ratner with Rush Hour and Richard Donner with Lethal Weapon. So, final question of the round. If Brittany hits this, it will be a perfect round. Your question is in the category of Star Trek. Who frees Kirk, Spock, and McCoy from their cell after Cybok takes control of the Enterprise in Star Trek V: The Final Frontier? Not Star Trek V: The Final Frontier. I see, Nick. We're going with the number 5 today.
I think I have many personalities, and sometimes they write in Roman numerals, and other times they write in numbers. So
I feel that. I actually
Split.
Yeah.
But on a way less of a level, it's more like this personality writes a 5 and this one writes a V.
Heads down. You're not going to turn into Patricia. Let's go to Robert.
Scotty.
And Brittany.
Scotty
is correct for the perfect round. All right. So at the end of round number 1, before the bonus question, Brittany's at 10. Robert's at 8. Brittany, we're going to give you the bonus question. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Your bonus question is, which actor can be found in the following fandom films? Hulk, Raya and the Last Dragon, Spider-Man 2, and Allegiant.
Daniel Day-Kim.
That is correct for the bonus.
Finally.
So Brittany gets her total up to 11 to Robert's 8. Is that what you have, Nick?
That is what I have, Tim.
Okay, 3-point game, close game as we get into round number 2. How's it going to work?
Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you'd like to check down to multiple choice, in which case it'll only be worth 1. And be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Tim, what's on the wheel today?
On the wheel today, which is brought to you by Voodoo. Get the Mark Wahlberg 5-movie collection now. Your categories are Marvel, Pixar, DreamWorks Animation, Scores and Soundtracks, Fandom Quotes, YA, MCU, Disney Animation. Brittany, you're in the lead. Do you want to spin first or defer to Robert?
We'll go second.
Okay, so we will bring in Kaiser, and this will be the spin for Robert. It lands on Pixar.
It could be better, but it's not that horrible.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking maybe I should just take it. given what's there. But I'll listen to your advice if you think I should spin again.
You're 3 points behind, and it's gonna be like she's gonna go for like 9 or like 10 out of 10. You think you can go for the same?
I could. It's possible. Yes.
If you're feeling fine about this, then I would say just keep it.
All right, I'm gonna keep it.
Okay. All right, Nick, would you please go ahead and give Robert his questions in the category of Pixar?
Gladly. Robert, are you prepared for your questions in the category of Pixar?
More so than most of the other categories on that goddamn wheel. So let's go.
Fair. Your first question. Which Pixar film features the characters Ducky, Legs, and Scud?
Toy Story.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who voices Frank, the monster who gives young Mike his MU hat at the beginning of Monsters University?
John Krasinski.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. During the opening text of Lightyear, it says that a boy named Andy received a toy of Buzz Lightyear in what year?
Oh boy. Gosh.
5, 4, 3.
Multiple, please.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, 1990, B, 1995, C, 1999, or D, 2000?
Should have just went 1995.
That is correct for 1
God
point.
damn it. I should have just said it. Stupid things.
Robert, your penultimate question. What is the first type of food that 22 eats on Earth while in Joe's body in Seoul?
Pizza.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question. What is the name of Ada's younger sister in A Bug's Life?
Dot.
That is correct for 2 more points and the sweep of Pixar.
All right, so Robert gets his total up to 17. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, so we'll bring back in the wheel and Mr. Newberry. This will be the spin for Miss Tapley. And it lands on the Makoo.
We will take that.
How dare you, Will?
Okay. All right, Brittany, I will be giving you your questions in the category of the MCU. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, your first question. Someone fails to show up to receive their Apogee Award in which MCU film? Apogee?
Yes. Yeah. Iron Man.
Oh, fucking, I didn't go to college. Yeah, that's correct for 2 points.
It's a sciencey word. Don't worry.
Oh, there you go. Fair. All right, Brittany, your next question. Who plays Hercules in the post-credit scene of Thor: Love and Thunder?
Brett Goldstein.
Yeah, Ted Lasso. That's correct.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So my bad. 2 points. Your next question, Brittany. In Captain Marvel, when the Skrulls first land on Earth, Talos and another Skrull disguise themselves as a girl who is doing what specific activity?
Surfing.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. In Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, what type of object is the key to opening the final door that leads to the Book of Vishanti?
A watch.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in the category of the MCU. In Avengers Infinity War, what specific type of transportation is Spider-Man on when Thanos' children invade New York?
A school bus.
That is correct for 2 more points and the clean sweep of the MCU. So, Nick, I have Brittany at 21 to Robert's 17.
That's what I have, Tim.
Okay, how's round number 3 going to work?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Once the players hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 3?
No.
Nope.
What is the first category, Tim?
The first category is DC. All right, let's get bets starting with Robert.
This is just going to be permanent on the board, too.
All right, and Brittany.
2.
All right, your question in the category of DC. Lex Luthor and Zod first meet in what specific location in Superman 2?
How many Supermen is too many? Superman 3?
Yeah.
Superman 4?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
5. 4.
You imitating my cat who's crying?
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Hands down. Let's go to Robert.
Said the White House.
And Brittany.
The White House.
The White House is correct. 2 points apiece.
23-19! We have a 23-19!
What's next, Nick?
Next category you can bet points on is James Bond.
Let me know if you want your manager.
No, I was
yes.
I was expecting a thing.
What?
I was
Is it
expecting
23-19?
I was expecting a 23-19.
Oh, son of a bitch!
23-19! We have a 23-19!
All right, let's get bets starting with Brittany
2.
and Robert.
Dear.
Okay, Nick, what is the question?
What score do you have, Tim?
23-19.
23-19! We have a 23-19!
Okay, great.
Go ahead. Ask the question.
Back to normal. Your question in James Bond. Which Daniel Craig Bond girl is drowned in oil? And we just need last name.
Sounds rough.
Not the most fun day you'd ever have.
No, because it would be my last day.
I thought Robert's cat was your daughter.
Oh,
Oh, she's very far away.
the cat's right there. She is enclosed. She does not like it, but
That's fine.
she'll have to deal for the
You're gonna
next.
have to deal with it.
One, pens down. Let's go to Brittany
Fields.
and Robert.
I know you said you only needed the last. Strawberry Fields.
Strawberry Fields is correct. So, 25 to 26. I had to think about what the score was, right?
25 to 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25 to 21. See, this is why I need help. 25 to 21. The next category you can bet points on is DreamWorks animation. All right, let's get bets starting with Robert
2.
and Brittany.
2.
Okay. Your question in the category of DreamWorks animation. Who voices Tina, the new Boss Baby sent from Baby Co. to the Templeton family in the Boss Baby family business?
I think Ellie will join the family business. Being a lawyer at movie theaters.
I was about to say, I'm like, AMC has lawyers. 5.
There you go.
3.
Repeat.
All right, that is going to be the second repeat for Robert. Who voices Tina, the new Boss Baby sent from Baby Co. to the Templeton family in the Boss Baby family business?
My brain had to work real hard.
1, pen down. Let's go to Robert
Amy Sedaris.
and Brittany.
I saw you writing that. Amy Sedaris.
Amy Sedaris is
Damn
correct.
it.
So, 27 to 23 is still a 4-point game. 2 questions remaining. Nick, what is the next category?
Penultimate category that points on is Star Trek.
Let's get that starting with Brittany.
Just one.
Okay, and Robert.
2.
Okay, Nick, what's the question?
Your question in Star Trek. Which Star Trek film features a point in space called the Great Barrier?
There's a lot of things at play here, Nick. I messaged you about one of them.
Oh, you did?
I did. But you didn't respond to me. I was really sad. I was really sad about it. But that's okay.
Oh.
5, 4.
I'll burn my last one.
All right, that is going to be the last repeat for Robert. Nick, give him the question again.
Your question again. Which Star Trek film features a point in space called the Great Barrier?
If both players hit or both players miss, Brittany will win. If Robert hits and Brittany misses, we move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Robert.
Rathacon.
And Brittany.
Said the Final Frontier.
And your winner, Brittany Tapley, 28-21 the final score, Nick. Nick, and I believe Brittany Tapley just played a perfect game. She did not miss a single question the whole game. Went perfect in round 1, swept around 2 category, and hit every question in round number 3. Insanity. And not to mention the fact, Robert played a hell of a game too. 8 points in round 1, 9 points in round 2, hitting every question in round 3, except for that Star Trek question at the end there. But this we said Brittany was hungry. Remember, I'm not hungry. Brittany's hungry, and she killed it today. Nick, thoughts before we get into post-match?
I love when shit like this happens. It happened with Jack last year. For Brittany to play a perfect games are so very, very rare. This is only the 4th one ever that's ever been played. So it's always exciting to see. It's weird being. I've been on the other side of one, and I've been on both sides of them. It's very weird to be on the receiving end because it's like, well, fuck it. Why did I even show up? Like, what else am I supposed to do? They're clearly not missing today. And then to be on the side that Brittany's on right now is an awesome feeling. It's a great achievement that not many people get to. So it's really cool that we just saw that. And if anything, it shows that Brittany is mad.
All right, let's get into post-match interviews. Nick, take it away. We'll start by talking to Robert.
There he is. Oh, sorry, my computer's like, Mr. Castner. Robert, you came in, I think, knowing that the challenge that was ahead of you, the mountain you would have to climb, it's certainly possible. I definitely think you can beat someone on caliber as Brittany or Abel, who you have beaten already. Like people like that, I think you can compete and beat them. Maybe not when they're playing games where they don't miss questions. So, Robert, unfortunate stuff today, and there was just nothing you could do. You've been playing absolutely fantastic in the tournament, out of the tournament. This has been a great year for you personally, I think. It does end here. This final title picture was literally a murderer's row of people. You had people like Brittany, Joe, Rue, David, like you, Jacoby, all these people that were in this final one. Whoever gets to this final title will have earned it. So no need to hang your head in losing, not only to losing to someone like Brittany, but to losing to someone like Brittany when she doesn't miss a question. How are you feeling? Is it a little bit like, I did good, but what else am I going to do? Or are you happy with your season overall?
Yeah, I'm happy with this. I beat some good people overall. I wish I could take back that second round because I just missed that one quote. I mean, going through the match, I was between Salvation and Dark Fate, and I chose wrong. And then for some reason, I just blanked about Rush Hour. I was like, what's the 5th franchise? And then I just couldn't think of it. I didn't want to burn another repeat. And then I could have got the bone. And I knew 1995. I just, obviously, because that's the year Toy Story came out. I just, for some reason, thought, there was cuteness with the timeline. But I probably would have met. So even if I had played a perfect game up to that point, Brittany probably would have bet 2, and I probably would have won anyway. And we would have lost on the same question. So actually, nothing changed. I got to the same point I probably would have, because I just wouldn't have remembered that Star Trek thing. So certain things, I guess what you would say about matches like this is just shoot always. Don't be cute, because when someone's got that head of steam, they're not going to be stopped. She's like the Juggernaut. Like, her forward momentum will not be stopped when she gets ahead of steam. That was clear. She was fantastic. I played pretty well, so I'm happy with how I played, and I don't think anything would have changed had I not second guessed myself on a couple things, or just have dad brain. Tim understands dad brain. I have a bit of dad brain sometimes. What are you gonna do?
I forgot which toothbrush was mine the other day. I understand. Trust me.
Yeah. So, I mean, all kudos to Brittani. She's incredible. I knew it was going to be a tough task. People were hyping me up. I was very happy about how many people, this guy included, it was like, you can do this. And I was like, yeah, I probably can. Willing it to do is the hard part. And it just didn't happen. So.
Kaiser, thoughts on Robert's performance?
I mean, he pretty much did all he could without going perfect. Is what I really like. There's no stopping Brittani on her. Okay, let's say even Brittani on a bad day can beat like 99% of like everyone here. Here she's on a good day. What the fuck is gonna beat her? So whatever. It's what it is. Really.
Very fair. Well, Robert, this does end your singles journey this year. I will tell you, without spoiling too much, that very early next year, based on your track record history, without spoiling what the first couple of acts next year are looking at, I will say things could very well be looking your way early next year.
Can I play Robert, please?
What?
Shut up, Ken.
I'll leave it at that and probably tell you off screen. But aside from that, we will be seeing both of you next week. Yep, next week in the first round of the teams tournament. So I'm excited to see that. Rule of Two's made it to a title match already this year. I'm excited to see if they can do it again, especially if both of you are playing the way Robert played today. I'd say there's very little stopping you. So, Robert, congratulations on a great season and a great match. Well played. Yeah, absolutely. We'll see you very soon as we bring in our winner today. Welcome to the club, Miss Tapley. Perfect game, dude. You didn't miss anything.
Yay.
That's crazy. That's not something that is easy to do. Very few have accomplished it. Like I said, you're only the fourth person ever to do that. You must be pissed. Yeah.
I mean,
I think I'm more pissed than her personally. Basically, the whole plan is I have an assassin, and I'm just putting, like, I've had Twohig, I've had Tim, I've had these fandom juggernauts throughout that I just get to put out there to silence people. Listen, Abel did not beat us. I will say this on record, did not beat us. We beat ourselves, and we know that. We had a 4-point lead going in round 3, and we bet on a question that we shouldn't have bet on. That being said, I mean, Brittany's, after a loss, came in questioning, like, this is my first match back. Robert's not a slouch. Robert's a really great player. Anything could happen. Fun DMC does this little fun thing now. It's Kingsman Part 2, where they used to put like Disney live action on the wheel all the time because they're like, oh, Twohig sucks at movies about Disney live feeds. So now we're like, ooh, fandom quotes, we're just going to put it on the wheel, even though their entire faction sucks at fandom quotes too, and they're spinners and opponent's choice. So hopefully that'll backfire on you one day. But she's doubted herself. She proved it. I was like, listen, know who you are, see where you came, and today was a perfect example. I'd really like that last question just to find out, like, if the true if she would have like batted the entire time. Like, I was like, bet 0. Hopefully he hits it, and then you see what the final question would be. But no, it was exciting to watch back here because Robert, when I saw there was no misses coming from Robert, I was like, this is going to be a dogfight. Robert is no slouch. I've seen him in title matches. He is a hoss, and Brittany just was able to you get a 1-point lead and no one breaks, this game is over for you. Like, there's no shots to come back, and Brittany proved it today. So great job, Brittany. Awesome to see. We just have a goal. I know there's another person, and there's a murderer's row, and there's a lot of people, and there's all this thing. There's 4 letters waiting at the end of this that I would just like to rip that belt off of if Tyler wasn't happening to steal the belt from him before. So that's my plan.
Great. Well, as has been hinted at, foreshadowed, you will be moving on in the next step. You are one match away now from a contender match. So in order to get to that contender match, you will have to beat something I think will be very interesting because it's two people you do have a history with. You'll be playing the winner of Ryan Payne and David Garcia. So those two are going to play. Ryan just won his match against Javi earlier this act. He's playing against David. He's technically still undefeated, and David has challenged for the belts at the final act last year. So neither one would be easy. Thoughts on either?
So we'll be playing Joe in the finals. That's what I'm seeing right now. Not to be cocky, not to overlook either one, but Joe's did not get mentioned. So my belief is Joe is around the corner after that. So David, or I would love to play Ryan because Ryan is a fellow faction person. It'd be great to keep it inside faction. David is a great player. I don't like to do it early on like days because, you know, he can't do anything after a certain time. But overall, either way, I don't care who it is. We're going to run through everybody until we get our belt back. So that's our only plan. So.
Well, I look forward to seeing it. Certainly going to be exciting. Congratulations on joining the club. Yeah, great stuff. Awesome to see. Glad I was here. Tim, wrap it up.
Yeah, fantastic match. Robert played great. Brittani played excellent. It was just really, really great match to be a part of. So on that note, I'm still not hungry, but my baby is. So I'm going to go feed the baby. I will see you guys later. Thank you to Cody. Thank you to Kaiser. Thank you to Robert and Brittani. Thank you to Nick for writing this one. I have been Tim. We'll see you next time. Bye.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.